virus. Ah! Burns. Ah! Hi, I'm Harley. Tonight on Harley's Sleepytime Cinema Selection, we are going to watch the final Resident Evil the last chapter. So this one still stars Mia Jovovich. All 6 of them have. And if you're interested, I have done reviews on all of them. But maybe there's going to be a link, like here-ish, or maybe it's over here. It's going to be a link. There's a link, I think, somewhere in there that I'm going to put in there for you to be able to go watch those so you can catch up in case you have not, seen anything up till now. If you haven't seen any of them up till now, it does give a really good recap in the beginning of this one that will get you right up to where you need to be to watch this movie. There are things that I love about this movie and things that I don't love about this movie, which I am sad to say because I really am a big fan of the Resident Evil series and of Mia Jovovich in general because, let's be real, she's a hottie. So, this one came out in 2016. Mia Jovovich stars as Alice, who throughout the series has been responsible for, in part, unleashing the virus and also in trying to wait, does this say retaliation mode? I totally just got sidetracked. Watch it in retaliation mode. That's a thing? I don't think, watch it in retaliation mode. I didn't know that was something I could do. I wonder if it's like the black and white version I got with Logan, which I'll get to, by the way. Anyhow, way off the rails now. So, where were we? Alice is trying to track down the people responsible for unleashing the virus upon the world and creating the apocalypse. And step by step along the way, we have gained little bits and pieces of how all of this came about. In this movie, it all brings it back to the first movie, to the very beginning. We're going back to the Hive. And Claire Redfield is going to help us get there because, she's needed. It's under the city. I'm drawing a blank. Mommy brain blank. God damn it. Raccoon City. It's under Raccoon City. So Claire has to be involved, right? So it also stars Ian Glenn as Dr. Isaacs and Sean Roberts as Wesker. They both reprise their roles. We learned that Dr. Isaacs is behind the whole thing. He has been the whole time. We knew he's been a douchebag the whole time. I mean, him and Wesker just like to take the knife and dig it in your back and twist it around some and then take it out and show it to you and say, here's the knife I stabbed you with. So learning that he is ultimately behind everything is not really a huge surprise, and I'm not really giving anything away. But here's the thing about this story in particular. I love that they brought it back and they bring back a lot of things from the previous movies. I love that they revisit the Hive. I love that they go back to Raccoon City. They revisit the whole releasing of the virus and how it was brought about. Things that I don't like, the first 30 minutes of the movie is just like gratuitous violence nonsense. It's a fun action sequence, don't get me wrong. But it's in there for no reason. It has nothing to do with the story. There's no building upon of anything. It's just Alice fighting big, gory monsters, which is awesome, but it would be even more awesome if it made sense in the whole story. But it's just thrown in there in the beginning. It's like they didn't know how to start the film, but they knew how to end it. So they just threw this scene in there just for funsies. So if they would have just used that scene in a different area, in her, it could have been a trial on her travels to get back to Raccoon City. But instead it's how they opened the movie. And I don't like it. Also, it's just, the story's kind of disjointed. I mean, it's not well put together. And I think that, like I said, I think they knew how they wanted to end this, but they really didn't know how to get there. And I think maybe they could have tried harder. That's all I'm saying. And I will say there are parts that are completely predictable. I'm going to give away a scene. There's a giant fan. They have to crawl through the giant fan that is suddenly stopped. And you're just sitting there waiting because at some point the giant fan is going to turn back on. It's going to turn on either while they're crawling through, while somebody has to go back and pick up something that they dropped, or right after they get through, because of course it's not a blowing fan, it's a sucking fan, so it's going to suck one of them straight back into it. And splat. And of course, it has to be the other hottie who's in here, Ruby Rose. She just gets sucked straight into that fan and turned into a big pile of human goo. So, there, I gave spoilers. Spoiler alert, right there. I gave it away. Ultimately, I will say, I mean, I like this series. I like the series of movies. This is not my favorite one. But hey, go watch it. Make your own opinion. Let me know what you think. Leave me some comments. Make sure to subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe, because really, who else is going to tell you what to watch every night? Anybody else out there doing that? This girl is right here. I'll talk to you later. Good night, guys.
All right. Make sure to click this button to subscribe. And if you want to see more videos like this one, click here to see the playlist. And if there's a third button, click that one too. And then tell me what it does down below, because I didn't put it there.